I typed in the search comedy videos, which is not something I've ever done before. Surprising, right? Because if you read the description of my channel, it says sit down, stay home comedy. And yet most of my videos may be like seasoned with humor or attempts at it. I don't necessarily make comedy videos, but I wanted to see one. So I typed up comedy videos. Have you ever done this? Do you know what I got? And I did this more than once just to make sure that it wasn't just some weird, like a fluke. I typed up comedy videos and what I got was Pakistan and maybe India. Pretty much exclusively. When it showed the row of TikToks going across, there it looked like there was comedy videos of TikToks from other countries. But the main results were comedy videos in bright colors that looked like they were videos for children from Pakistan. And I watched a bunch of these just by scrolling over the videos without clicking on anything. So I want to, before I talk about what this episode's about, which is interesting, so please stick around. And I want to say disclaimers up front. This is not an attack on people. I'm not trashing people from other countries. It's not about me insulting them. I'm not doing that. It's just something I didn't know about the world. And what it is that it seems as though now that we're all online making videos for each other, and it's really easy to do because of the camera on the phone, people, some countries are just discovering comedy, and you can see comedy sensibilities being shaped and molded by the common man globally. And there's a lot of people, like India, right, is one of the most populated countries in the world. And when I looked at these videos, again, not from videos from Pakistan, it's so it would seem, Pakistan or India, forgive my ignorance. What I'm noticing is the same things. One, millions of views. So there's videos of people wearing bright colors like you would see in preschool children's programming, where, you know, they're talking to children and they're wearing bright colors and everything is all bright primary and secondary colors. And the thumbnails are revealing. It's somebody hurting them, their butt or their balls. It's a lot of defecating in people's food. In the thumbnails, like there's a lot of like some guys taking a mustard colored dump into a huge bowl and then people are slurping it up with multicolored pool tube foams. You know what I'm talking about? There's like these foam rods that people beat each other with. You can just go to honorable number 1 Chinese general dollar store or whatever, and you can get these tubes of foam. It's like a hollow straw cylinder of foam, and they're lightweight, and you can beat children with them and they won't cry. And then there's a lot of defecating in people's foods. There's a lot of women using a yoga ball as a pregnant belly. And I'll go into the different comedy. I'm just talking about the thumbnails, but I've seen a bunch of these videos and I was not expecting that to be my only choices, save for TikToks. My only choices for, when I typed in comedy videos, all that I got was Pakistan or India. And again, to reiterate, millions of views, like 33 million views, 75 million views. And the channels were pretty basic. I wrote down the names of some of these channels. It's not what I was expecting. Funny with a smiley face emoji, that's one of the channels. Busy Fun, that's another one of these channels. Biddick Fun TV. And there are people living in like corrugated aluminum housing, because it's warm over there. You don't need a lot. So I'm not trashing people's homes or how they live. They're making comedy videos and they're getting lots of views, which I'm guessing means that they're making money. I hope so. Good. But it's just like the most basic stuff. Like when I think of the kind of comedy I was seeing, I relate it to Three Stooges. But what I think I'm also really seeing is people discovering YouTube, and as they're discovering YouTubers, like they're literally, maybe not the whole nation, but people themselves in different countries of the world are discovering comedy for the first time. And it's not just these India, Pakistan videos. I've seen it in other countries too, where you can tell that people don't have a lot in terms of money and material stuff. They don't look like Americans. And then they're just doing like funny stuff where the comedy comes from just people and like maybe a minimum of 1 or 2 improv props or something like that. And then they go a long way with these props, but just like street trickery and stuff like that. It's funny. But I did not expect it to be the only thing that showed up when I searched comedy. And they're all the same. Like the people aren't the same, and it's not the same 3 channels I mentioned. There's a lot of these different channels, and it's the only thing that shows up. The videos are edited the whole way through with their own laugh tracks, but some of the content is like the most basic stuff. And I was like, who is watching these videos? One, children worldwide, because of the bright colors and the content. It is kind of, I guess you would say, it's innovative in terms of use of creativity with minimal materials. And I would say that materials that are used are bright colors. Bright colors and people hurting themselves in funny ways is the content. Like, they had like these buttered timbers, like, you know, like trees, like telephone poles or whatever you want to call them. That's what you call them in America. And they had like these like buttered trees, and then people are trying to walk across it like you would, like children would walk across a balance beam in a park, but it's covered with mud, so it's slippery, so it's like these buttered beams. And the people try and walk across them and they fall, and like the guy will fall and hurt his balls, or a woman will fall and land on her ass in the mud, and then she'll go, and then that's the joke. Another one, hey, you tell me what this means. There was a woman who was sitting in the mud in a nice, you know, her, what do they call it, sarong or sarai, or her robes or whatever. And the guys wear dresses and stuff. And I'm not insulting that. It's just different countries, different ways. A dress doesn't mean the same thing, you know, from one country to the other. It's hot in a lot of places. Guys just like wear a sheet. That's life. But the woman is sitting in the muddy water, probably because it has rained or something. And they tie her feet to a tractor, and then they drive the tractor through the mud, and they pull this lady around, and she's frowning and she's not happy about this. They bind both of her feet to a tractor, and then they pull her by her ass through the mud, and then when it's over, she frowns and goes, and then there's laugh track. I don't know what that means. That's comedy. Bright colors, lots of bright colors. Tractors like bright red. Everybody's shirts and dresses and sarongs are bright colors. And there's a lot of, I said this already, but I have to say it again because there's so many thumbnails of this. Somebody taking a mustard color, is it curry? Somebody taking a mustard colored dump in other people's food. And that's the joke. Lots of comedy where it's a line of people lining up to do a thing, and then somebody gets hurt in a funny way. I saw one video where a guy took a gas pump and he stuck it in another guy's mouth, and then his belly became swollen and bloated, and then he popped the balloon full of water and the water fell out on the ground. That's the video. So what I'll call it is like rudimentary comedy. 33 million views, 87 million views, 55, whatever, 56 million views, just millions of views on these videos. Is that because in the countries where these videos come from, they're not allowed to watch anything else, so every single person that has a phone is watching? Or if they have Roku TVs, or I don't know what people have in other countries. Forgive my ignorance. This whole video is basically about my ignorance. I don't ever search comedy videos, but I just wanted to see something funny because I'm tired of the glut of stuff that I search for. I should explain this to give context to everything that I'm talking about. I don't have an algorithm. YouTube doesn't send me any content that they think that I might like. So I have a sheet of paper. This is it right here, folded in half. This is full of the channels I like because I don't let YouTube know what I like. I'm subscribed to like 3 channels, and that's just because I want those channels to have more viewership because I like the people who make that content. So I'm not really, like a lot of people, I'm not really subscribed to many channels. But when I sign into YouTube to upload videos, YouTube says, maybe you'd like to watch something so we can suggest stuff to you. And I'm like, no, I'm only here to upload videos. So when I search videos, I'm not signed in. So sometimes I discover new channels because of my unsigned in searches. But it's pretty specific, and I got tired of watching. I wanted to see something different. I just wanted to see something funny, and I don't watch any comedy channels. So I just thought, you know what? Let's see what happens if I type up comedy videos. I already knew years ago what happens if I typed up movie reviews. You're gonna get India movie videos. You're gonna see like movie reviews from India of movies you never heard of, unless you're Indian, or like Indian movies. I know people like Bollywood stuff, singing and dancing. Everybody likes that, right? I've never seen a Bollywood movie that I don't know any. On airplanes, on Air India flights, I've seen Bollywood movies. That's about it. I saw a guy turn into a Terminator and then go into a hip-hop dancer team. I've seen that. A guy turns into a robot. It was weird. And everybody was unattractive. I'm like, oh, these guys must know each other and they make movies together. It doesn't matter. Like, it's not like in the US where you have to be beautiful to be in movies. No, you just have to, be part of the Indian Demon Blood Club or whatever they have over in Bollywood. But where was I going with this? Oh, so I don't have an algorithm, so YouTube can't suggest stuff to me. So I just typed up comedy videos, and what I got was Pakistan, India. Okay, there's a lot of people over there. It's one of the most it's India and China, the most densely populated countries in the world. So we're not getting along with China, so we're not going to be suggested through YouTube, I guess, me in America, not going to be suggested China videos. But India's moving over here, Pakistan, whatever. That's cheap. Whatever they're doing to shuffle things around. It's political. I don't want to talk about that. And I'm not trashing people. I'm trashing YouTube. Why is YouTube, when I type up comedy videos, all I get is I'm not seeing the assholes that I'm like, well, we'll see what I get. I thought I'm going to get American comedy, like a bunch of, like Joe Rogan and his buddies. I'll just look through that. I just wanted to see something funny, and what I'm getting is baby comedy videos for preschoolers where a guy is hanging from a zip line and then he backs, literally this is a video, a guy gets kicked in the chest and he goes on a zip line backwards into a spiked timber that already has like blood on it already, and then his butt cheeks go onto this bloody timber and he goes, oh, and then he's soy face, whatever you want to call it, and then that's the video, and there's a fake laugh track. That's comedy videos for babies, and it's all about shitting in people's food. Again, always yellow dumps. I guess they shit yellow over there. mustard colored, that's curry powder. I said that before. Hurting your privates, women being pregnant. Like I saw one where a guy was farting in his sleep and the fart cloud shot a green gas that physically knocked over a big bag of rice on the timbers of their corrugated aluminum shack, and it landed on her yoga ball pregnant belly, and then that induced labor. Ta-da! Comedy. What the hell am I what is that? Do you hear the crickets? Okay, so I don't know where I'm going with this. I just wanted to do a video about this because I just did not, you know, like, try it yourself, see what you get. And I did it multiple times. I was like, well, it happened one time. I don't know how algorithms work, and I know that I'm not, well, this video is probably not in any algorithm. We'll see if I ever get any algorithms for videos. But I mean, like, YouTube doesn't have an algorithm for me, and people like it. You know, people say that they like the videos that are suggested to them by YouTube. I remember the things that TiVo used to suggest to people in the days of TiVo. Remember TiVo? And it would just suggest weird stuff that you wouldn't be interested in. I'm not even going to try and do comedy about that or anything. It just suggests, like, why is it suggesting me this? I hate sports. I said no sports. Why is it showing you sports? It's like dating profiles. I remember writing in a dating profile years ago when I did that kind of thing. When people made fun of it. Do you remember when people used to make fun of doing it? What are you doing? Just go in the world and meet somebody. Now everybody's swiping on apps and complaining about how they don't work and they just want guys to spend money, and the women can't make up their minds. That's a dating app now. But when they were new and a lot of these things were free to kind of coerce us to try them out, I remember writing in my profile, I don't like sports. If you're a girl that likes sports, leave, because I don't want you. I may have just said it as coldly as that. No sports, because I don't want to spend any of my life you watching a bunch of other men run around. No. You all watch me run around. I'll do shit. We're not watching sports, and I'm not paying for sporting events. I'm not going to spend any part. I'm just complaining now. I'm not spending any part of my life. But I love her, but she wants to go to the game. No, I don't want to love her then. I don't even want to start. So no sports. So every single woman that the dating website sent me loves sports. Was in the profile. She's wearing some kind of jersey and a stupid baseball cap or a sweatshirt rather. That had some kind of sports shit. Here's her at the game. Do women really like sports, or do they just like athletes? You just want to watch men? Is that what it's about? I don't care. But that's how it worked. You know what I mean? Now they say the algorithms work. But in the past, I said no sports. All that it heard was, okay, sports. So just send me only women that were sports. And the other kind of women that, not that it matters, but it's on my mind now. They would also send me women, every one of their profiles would say entrepreneur. Not the sports women, it was the other type. They would send me professional business women types. Why? Why would why would they send me those women? Send me like nurses and regular gals and shit like that, right? I don't know. So not anymore. Don't send me nurses anymore. I'm not putting my thing there. I know what happened. All those chicks got the stabbies. I didn't want to put my thing in anybody's mouth like that. No nurses. That's done. No, sorry. And I don't do dating profiles anyway, not that anybody asks. It's supposed to be about comedy and being dominated by India. India's not funny. In India, Pakistan's not funny. They're just apparently just discovering comedy. Russell Peters isn't a comedian. He's Montez from Workaholics. He's just a thief, and he just stole. You know, he tells other people's jokes and probably like takes Nulla Rasmussen videos from India and then says them in English. He sucks. Russell Peters is just garbage. So many comedians have complained about him stealing from them and making it about himself. And but look at how popular he is, 'cause India. All right. So I'm not trashing India or Indian people or immigrants. I will trash grape grapes, those gangs of grapes, those Pakistani grape gangs that, yeah, get them. We can just take care of that ourselves, right? Just be quiet. No, they're gone now. Where'd they go? Where'd the grape gangs go? Hey, we're armed in America. Those guys just kind of, we don't know what happened to them. They just kind of went away. Just wipe them off like fleas. Set out a bowl of vinegar or whatever they like, with their legs spread, and then bring the guys, and then we'll take care of it. Got it. What happened? Where'd they go? I don't know. I don't know what happened to them. They're just gone now. Settle it. Just, that's not a problem anymore. But that's not me trashing like entire nations of people that how they live or whatever. I just think that it is funny that the funniest Indian comedy is Alex Bot, and all his jokes are about eating shit. Do you ever see Alex Bot? It's the funniest Indian comedy I've seen online. Is the 15-minute Alex Bot special. If I remember, I will try to leave a link to the Alex Bot special. That's funny. And I don't even like Sam Hyde or his friends or anything, but the Alex Bot special is funny. They talk about India and them eating shit. And but that's their comedy. That's the comedy. I mean, I just typed up comedy videos and YouTube wouldn't show me anything else but India. Or Pakistan, or whatever. And Dubai sucks. Can I just say that? I don't stop telling people. Dubai isn't Dubai where the pretty girls used to go on. But I'm going on the boat trip to Dubai, and then they got paid for a guy to shit on their chest or something. I don't want to see that shit. I don't care about Saudi crap and the candy and all that stuff. I don't want to see that shit. But if you want to see funny Indian comedy, you're not going to get it from Russell Peters or if there's any, like, who's that? No, actually, that's not true. But he's an American. Who's that guy? Not the Amazing Randy. You know what I'm talking about? He got canceled. He put his finger in a girl's mouth on a date and then he got canceled. I forget that guy. Remember he did the R. Kelly stuff? That's an Indian guy, but he's like American. I can't remember the hell his name. He's already so canceled so many years ago. Raj Patel, I don't know, whatever the hell his name was. Remember that guy? He was funny, but he was an American comedian. He did the jokes about R. Kelly and stuff like that. Damn it, I can't remember anybody's name anymore. I'm so far removed from popular culture. Even I can see person's face or kind of vaguely remember them, and I can't even tell you anybody's name anymore. Anyway, India's just discovering comedy, and it's about poop and pee and farts and apparently pregnant bellies. A lot of fat belly jokes and people waiting in line to eat buckets of shit. This is in the thumbnails. I'm not joking. So don't believe me. Be specific. Type up comedy videos, which is like the most vaguest thing, and you're gonna get India or Pakistan. Or both. And then there'll be like one little strip of like TikToks. You know what I'm talking? You know how YouTube works. And there'll be like the one little strip of TikToks, and there you will see, the closest thing to American comedy. But hey, comedy's gone global, and I'm in America, and without being signed into YouTube, which is the way that I search things. I search without being signed in. I don't know if I said that. I feel like I did already. They give me India. That's the height of comedy. A guy getting anally impaled by a telephone pole, pointed telephone pole, and blood. And some of the thumbnails that were for comedy videos was like a little girl with like a stream of blood running down her fingers, and she's like, and it says, just wait, it's comedy. I'm waiting. That's weird. What do you think of this? That's it.
Okay, here it goes. Indian joke number one. Why did the
Indian man
cross the road?
because there was an uneaten pile of human covered in flies on the other side, and he had worked up quite the appetite from white women.
And here's
Indian
joke number 2, pun intended. What did the
Indian plumber
say to his client when they caught him eating
Diarrhea.
out of their toilet?
Please, sir, may I have some more to eat, sir? Please, can you fill up the bowl again with your delicious soft serve dollops of creamy poo-poo, sir? Because I am a Indian and we eat human poop for breakfast, lunch and dinner.
And here comes
Indian
joke number 3. Knock knock.
Indian Indian
who celebrates the Math Olympiad over the prom queen, the valedictorian over the jock. Hi, my name is Vivek Ramaswamy, and I'm a dweeb who needs his head dunked in a toilet. I worship literal demons, and I enjoy in the street than eating it with a spoon. Also, I have literally never had that was consensual.
Okay, that's probably enough on our Indian friends for one day. And hey, if there's any
Indians
in attendance tonight, you've all been great sports. Feel free to take a moment and tell me what you thought of my jokes.